Hello, my name is Francais Hans van Rensburg and my student number is U25 14 8712.
Hello everyone, I'm Anja van Wyk and my student number is 25081129 and welcome to our OPV-122 Educational Psychology video. Today we're diving into one of the most important topics for teachers, how the major theories of child development help us understand and support our learners.
As future teachers, we know every child in our class is different. They think different, they grow at their own pace and react to different situations in unique ways. But understanding why they do that starts with knowing how children develop.
In this video, we'll take a quick journey through some of the most important names and ideas of child development. From how the brain grows, how children think, learn, and build confidence.
So grab your notes, relax, and let us explore how the theories of development can help us become better, more understanding teachers.
Okay, let's start with why teachers study child development. Educational psychology helps us understand why learners think, feel, and behave in certain ways. Every stage of a child's growth comes with unique ways of learning and responding to the world. For instance, young children learn best through play and movement, while older learners respond better to reasoning and problem solving. By studying development, teachers can plan lessons and activities that fit to the learner's level. Not too hard, not too easy, but just right for the stage of growth. Next is the biological perspective, which looks at how growth of the body and brain affects learning and behavior. This view reminds us that learning depends on physical and neurological readiness. For example, a 5-year-old may not yet be ready to write neatly because their fine motor skills are still developing. As teachers, it's important to recognize that readiness matters. We can't expect a skill before a child's body and brain are ready for it. The biological perspective also highlights that both genes and environment shape development. A child's inherited abilities work together with experiences at home and school to influence how they grow and learn. The psychodynamic perspective, developed by Freud and later expanded by Erikson, focuses on how early experiences shape personality and emotional growth. Freud believed that the first years of life lay the foundation for how we relate to others and manage our feelings. Erikson built on this idea with his 8 psychological stages, each with a key challenge, like trust versus mistrust in infancy, or identity versus role confusion in adolescence. For teachers, this means understanding that learners need to feel secure, confident, and supported to grow positively. Encouraging words, recognition, and success experiences, like saying, "You can do it," help children build a strong sense of identity and self-worth. Well, now let's look at learning theories, especially behaviorism and social learning. Behaviorists such as B.F. Skinner believe that behavior is shaped through reinforcement. When a learner is praised, rewarded, or encouraged, the behavior is more likely to be repeated. In the classroom, small rewards like stickers, a smile, or verbal praise help strengthen good habits. However, learning is not only about rewards. Albert Bandura's social learning theory showed that children also learn by observing others. This means that teachers are powerful role models. The way we speak, treat others, handle mistakes, and show curiosity all influence our learners. When we model respect, cooperation, and a love for learning, students begin to copy those same positive behaviors. The cognitive perspective, introduced by Jean Piaget, focuses on how children's thinking develops through stages. Piaget showed that as children grow, their thinking moves from simple actions to complex reasoning and abstract ideas. For example, very young children learn through touching and exploring, while older children begin to use logic and understand cause and effect. Teenagers can think abstractly and solve problems in creative ways. Teachers use Piaget's ideas by matching lessons to learners' cognitive stages. Using hands-on exploration for younger children and more discussion, analysis, and problem solving for older ones. The contextual perspectives remind us that learning happens in connection with people and environments. Vygotsky believed that children learn best with help from others in what he called the zone of proximal development, the area between what a child can do alone and what they can do with guidance. Teachers support this by scaffolding, giving just enough help so the learner can succeed and grow. Bronfenbrenner added that the child's development is shaped by many layers: family, school, community, and culture. Nessimang, an African theorist, highlighted that children also learn through participation in daily community life. Together, these perspectives remind us that learning is social, cultural, and deeply connected to the world around the learner. Now, let's bring it all together in our teacher application recap. These theories show us that good teaching begins with understanding how children grow and learn. We observe each learner's stage of development, use reinforcement and modeling to guide behavior and build strong, supportive relationships. We also encourage peer learning and create lessons that build on what learners can already do. When we apply these principles, our classroom becomes places where every child can develop to their full potential.
So, we've explored how the biological, psychodynamic, learning, cognitive, and contextual theories each give teachers a different way to understand our learners.
Together, these theories remind us that being a teacher is more than just delivering content. It's about knowing the whole child, how they grow, feel, think, and how their environments help shape them.
As teachers, we use this knowledge to design lessons that match the learner's readiness, to support their emotional growth, and to create classrooms that makes the learners feel capable and valued.
We hope this video helped you see how theory connects to real classroom practice. Because when teachers understand development, we don't just teach, we inspire growth.